So we identified Victor Vasquez actually a couple years ago when we put in place our scouting and recruitment department. Sort of in the middle of 2014, we were looking for a player, a designated player, an attacking creative midfielder, and Victor was playing at Club Bruges at the time. So our director of scouting, Jack Dodd, went over and he saw him play live as well as one of our coaches. And so the way the football world works, that deal didn't get done, but he was obviously on our radar screen, and we followed his career over the last sort of 2.5 years. And we saw that he came over to North America and he's playing at Cruz Azul, and he seemed happy there. But when we were looking for a player in this off season, we were checking with all of our sources, and it came to be that Victor was maybe looking to leave Cruz Azul, and they were maybe looking to part ways. So we were obviously happy and pleased that we were able to finalize something with Victor and his family. A couple years ago when we were looking at him, the most important thing was obviously his talent on the field. But through the process and the maturation of our club over the last couple of years, it's not just about the player, it's about who he is as a person. And I think what we've learned in our scouting of various players is that you have to meet in the middle. The player has to want to be at Toronto FC and wear this crust and represent this city and play down at BMO Field. And we need to communicate that to the player, that it's not just about us paying you to play soccer. It's about committing to everything that we are as a club, all for one. And I think that's what you've seen in the difference of our team, and what Greg's been able to do over the last sort of 18 months is to get a team and players surrounded and believing in his vision for the club. And I think we've continued that this year from last year, and it's certainly something that Bill Manning, myself, and Greg are committed to, is making sure that any pieces that we add to this group are going to add to the group, not just from a talent perspective, but from a spirit and chemistry perspective. And I think that's where everyone converged and felt like this was the right decision. Victor is a player who can see the pass. He's a veteran. He's played many games in Europe, Champions League, and so he's sort of that traditional attacking midfielder who can give and get the pass, who can dictate play. We have some players that are younger and that are coming through our system that we're really excited about, but this provides us sort of a veteran player, but also guys that are coming up. So when a game is needing of some special little flavor from a midfielder, when our forwards are sort of being locked down for one reason or another, this is someone else who can pull something out of his pocket that no one saw coming, and that's what we're excited about Victor. And I know Greg and the coaching staff are looking for a variety in our team. We feel like we have depth and a roster clearly that can make the MLS Cup, but as we look to improve, because we always are looking to improve, we need to find players that are a little bit different than the players that we have now. So when it came known that Victor would be a possibility, we were a bit surprised because we had our 3 designated player slots filled up. But Victor's situation lent itself to for him to come in and sort of a salary cap or by using our targeted allocation money. And obviously it's always challenging, and I don't want to get into the details, but suffice it to say that Victor, I think because of the groundwork we laid a few years ago, TFC was a destination for him, and that was nice to see. He took our offer over multiple League One offers in Spain, in Belgium, and in Greece, and for a lot more money. So I do think as a club and as a league we're growing because players are starting to select us over maybe some other clubs that the financials were maybe better, but the overall professional environment in terms of who they want to be and what they want to become as a footballer are maybe more attractive in North America. And that, I think we're at a real turning point in the league, and I think that's great to see.